All right, hey guys, Constance Nunes. We are here at Cars by Constance, and I guess we're doing this YouTube thing now. We are in Cars by Constance right now. We're shooting a little video so that you guys can get some of your burning questions answered. Hopefully, this clears up some things that you guys have been wondering. I'm Constance Nunes. I'm the CEO of Cars by Constance, mother of baby Stang, Mustang enthusiast. Yeah, I just build cool shit all day.
Australia, have you ever thought of owning your own garage?
I mean, technically I have thought about starting my own garage, and I thought about it so much, and then I did it. So
much and so long ago.
Yeah, no, I feel like we'll just add on to that one. So yes, I did think about having a shop. And so I eventually opened a shop, and I've had a shop I've had a business for probably 12 years, but I was working kind of renting out space in other shops, and I've had my own place now for probably like 6-7 years, I think. Yeah, something around there.
I love Car Masters, but seriously, ever thought of getting your own shop?
Well, thank you so much for watching the show. I really appreciate that because I'm just a mechanic, so it's pretty cool that people want to watch that stuff. But yes, I have my own shop. I pretty much had my own shop the entire time that we were filming Car Masters. That's just never mentioned on Car Masters.
Do you have advice for fellow women car enthusiasts regarding the auto industry? I have a project car, but life seems to be getting in the way financially, and I'm pretty afraid my project and dreams will never come true. I'd love to hear any advice or insight you may have, your inspirational mama.
Oh, well, that was very sweet. I mean, honestly, like when it comes to our own personal projects, I feel like we all struggle sometimes, especially when you're running a business or maybe you're a parent or whatever it is. Life always gets in the way and your projects come last. I think the best advice I can give for that kind of stuff is just trying to dedicate, even if it's like an hour after work every day. It's going to be slow progress, but it's going to be progress. As far as being in the automotive industry as a female, I think some of the best advice I could give is have thick skin. Don't take no for an answer. Don't give up. If this is something that you really want to do and you're really passionate about, remember that it's about your passion and not about what everyone else thinks about you. Just go for your dreams no matter what, and don't let other people's opinions about that stop you from doing it. For me, even, it's like everyone wants you to be this certain image of what a car builder should be, whether it be like physically or, you know, what your style of building is. And it's like, it's not about that. Like if you're an enthusiast and you're really excited about it and you're passionate about doing things the right way, that's what matters. And it doesn't matter about anything else.
A new season. The whole world needs to protect your dad.
Yes, Ernie. Ernie is the best. I agree. Everyone needs to protect Ernie at all costs. I think people don't even understand how cool that guy actually is. I mean, he's basically Rain Man when it comes to cars. Like, and I feel like everyone is going to comment like, that's so biased because it's your dad and like whatever. But truly, like you could call him and say like, not even be specific. I've got a 50 Chevy in here. I need this part. And he'll be like, oh, it's, you know, this is the part number for this half year, da 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 da. Call him, the car's making this sound. Oh yeah, of course it's this.
EV swapped muscle cars.
No.
No, like zero option?
I appreciate the technological savviness that comes with having to figure that out. And I appreciate,
well, it doesn't sound like you appreciate it.
I love the trying to push the boundary of technology aspect of it, just as like a creative thing. Personally, I'm not about it. I don't want to do them. I don't want any of my cars to be that way. Yeah, I mean, I guess like someone could argue like they have more torque and this and that. They're faster off the line in certain capacities and some setups. Like, I mean, there's like...
Yeah, but a microwave is faster than an oven.
Sure. No, listen,
Doesn't mean it's better.
I hear you. That's why we don't do EVs here. That should be our slogan, is Cars by Constance. We don't do EV here.
Big fan of the show. I would love for my daughter to be as knowledgeable as you. What advice can you give a father to get his daughter to fall in love with engines?
Well, I think I'll just say up front that you can't push your kids into the things that you want them to do. But I think that giving her great skill sets for life is something really important, and, you know, making sure that she can take care of all of her own mechanical, like, basic needs with a vehicle. If she seems like she's really passionate about it, work off of that. But I think just like generally just like spend time with your kids doing stuff. I mean, my dad and I used to sit and rebuild carburetors on the kitchen counter. Like, you know, it's just, even if she never goes into building cars in specific, it's like those memories are everything, and those life skills and just knowing those things. And most importantly, she got to spend time with her dad, you know?
From instant mashed potatoes. What do you guys do between Gotham Garage shoots? What's kind of like the process between filming? What do you do?
So we don't film all the time. Most of us have our own like businesses and things going on. Like Tony has his own shop. I have my own shop. So most of us are just doing our own businesses. And like, for example, for me, like I'm not an employee over there. I'm contracted over there, so I come in and help the guys out when they need help with stuff, and then I go back to doing my own thing.
Builds, or do you like to do like we're building the motor for this car, or the trans, you know, are you like pieces of builds, or do you like doing the whole thing start to finish?
I mean, I just like cars, so I feel like I like to do everything. But I do prefer to do full builds, and I think that's because I like to be in control of the quality the whole time. And I just like to make sure that everything I know that went into that build is the way that it should be, and it's perfect and it's good. So I guess out of the two, I would say I prefer a full build because I'm in control the whole time. Who inspired me to get involved in being a mechanic? Well, my dad was a mechanic and built hot rods and restorations, and he drag raced, and he was just an overall car guy. So I pretty much spent every weekend out at Palmdale Racetrack. I was, you know, in the shop since I was a little itty bitty thing. Pretty much every day after school, you know, we were doing something car related. I mean, all of the neighbors, all my dad's friends were always around building cars in the driveway. So it was just more integrated into me as a complete life, I guess. I'll be honest, I didn't think that I was going to be a mechanic out the gate. I thought I was going to be a race car driver. That's what I really wanted to do. And that kind of didn't work out. So I started building instead, and that passion just kept growing and growing and growing. I feel like the first car that I remember doing a lot of work on was a Mustang. And I think that's like part of what started that kind of like drive. I mean, I literally would work on stuff with my dad all the time, from a time that I was so little I couldn't remember. I mean, my dad always had Chevelles too, so we were always working on something on one of his Chevelles, so I guess I'd have to say that too. How many kids do I have? I have 2 fur babies, Buff and Ranger. You guys have probably seen them on my Instagram running around, the 2 little husky boys. Other than that, I have no children, unless you count all of the cars that I've built.
How do you split and manage your time between modeling, your car business, and doing the show?
There's no split of time. It's everything is just happening. It's just happening, and I just live off energy drinks and no sleep all the time. My go-to caffeine is a Blue Monster, that or some frilly Starbucks drink. I just started drinking coffee like 5 years ago, so I'm pretty new to coffee still, so I haven't quite pinpointed it, but a good Blue Monster really is my go-to.
All right, and pineapple on a pizza, is it a stay or go?
I love pineapple on pizza, but I don't do like what is the Hawaiian or whatever.
Yeah, ham on it.
No. Double pepperoni, triple pepperoni even.
Where are you from?
I am originally from Thousand Oaks, California.
You mean that all of the Google articles are wrong that you're born and raised in Portugal?
I have seen so many of those, and listen, let's just clear the air, guys. I am Portuguese. I was born here in California. I've been in Southern California my entire life since birth. So just, if you read these tabloid magazines or whatever, that's not true. I also feel like my Valley Girl accent should 100% give away that I've spent my entire life here.
Or the ones that say your net worth is like $50 million?
I would like to see it. Wherever this bank, if anyone knows where the bank account is with the $50 million net worth, I would love to see it.
If you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Oof. What would my last meal be on death row? I'm a big foodie. I'm like Martha Stewart behind the scenes. I cook every day. Well, it has to include bread and butter, really good butter. I want like the biggest tomahawk you could possibly find. Potatoes in any fashion. Mashed potato, French fry, tater tot. Like just put a little variety on there. Yeah, and then a good wine. Good wine.
What's your favorite thing to do besides work? What, cooking?
Yeah, I guess so. Cars are my absolute favorite thing. If I had to second that, it would be, I really like to cook. I like the social aspect of it. Like anyone that wants to go out for appetizers, like I will always say yes. I am trying to learn to play the piano right now. It's not going super successful by any means, but my piano's pink and I think that's kind of fun and it looks really good in my living room.
Favorite of all time, mint condition, factory car, no modifications?
That's such a loaded question because it's like, look, are we going like for style? Are we going for cool points? Are we going for its actual function? Because if we're going for like, I'm going to drive this thing and it needs like air conditioning and all those things, like, I mean, I feel like this is going to be a very expected answer for me, but a 69 or 70 Boss 429. I think that's a cool car.
Your Miss Calypso.
Oh, my sweet girl, Miss Calypso. There's a few cars I feel like that I've had in my career that they all mean so much to me, but there's a few that like, if I had the capital to do it, I would have kept that car myself in a heartbeat, like in a heartbeat.
The green 66.
Little Debbie. I would also keep Little Debbie. That's another car that I feel like means a lot to me. One of the few cars that my dad and I did together. It was owned by the most amazing woman, and that car is actually named after her. And it was another one that I had that car in my life, and it meant a lot, and it was hard to see it go. I would buy that car back too, in a heartbeat.
Enjoy Car Masters, but when are you going to get your own show?
That's not something really I decide, I would say. That's more of something that a network decides. So if you guys are really interested in that being a thing, I would just hound the networks that you would like to see something like that on.
Do you speak Spanish or Portuguese?
I do not. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody. This is it. I barely speak English, I feel like, most of the time.
How did you get to be an engine expert? Has it always been a dream of yours to do cars?
I feel like I really need to touch on this to clarify. I don't choose the title they put underneath my interviews, guys. So I personally don't like the term expert for anything. Or like, I don't know. I just, I don't know. I know a lot of people that are really like tops at their jobs, but I think everyone's always growing and always learning. So to me, you can't be an expert because that would mean that you know everything and there's nothing left to learn. I don't feel that way. So for everyone that's always like talking about that title, just know I don't pick that. That's someone in an office in an editing room that did. Through many, many years of hard work and honestly like on the job learning. And yeah, it's just, I do this every day. You know, you do something every day, like you're constantly learning and evolving and getting better and better and better, and just never losing the passion to want to do that. So yeah.
Do you like Datsuns? If so, what's your favorite?
There is literally a Datsun sitting off camera right over there. It's a 240Z. Shockingly, the dirty little secret around here is that there's multiple Datsuns floating around the Cars by Constance storage facility. I think they're cool. I think that maybe you guys might see one on this channel soon. I think the biggest challenge for women in the automotive industry is that women want to be in the industry, and the industry says that they want women in the industry, but then when we show up, we don't. It's like not a wide open door, which is really confusing to me. I think that there's this expectation that we have to be the absolute best. Like, we have to be the best. We have to come out the gate the strongest, and there's no room for progression or growth there, like, which is weird because as a guy, you can start in the industry and not know a lot and be learning and growing and doing all these things, and that's totally acceptable. For women, it seems like we have to go in and be the best right away. And I think if that was kind of taken away a little bit, and we were able to have women come in that don't know anything, but they're super enthusiastic and they want to learn and do these things, if those doors were more open for them to do so and not have to be the best right away, more women would come in the industry, you know?
And then you have people that they don't take women seriously. Like, you have a shop. You've had a shop for years. You're here working every single day, and then you get comments all over the place like, she's not a real mechanic. And it's like, well, what? Yeah, no, there's so many people, and I literally tell them, I'm like, the door is open. Like, this is a public business. You can walk in here anytime. I don't know what they think is going on here or how they think the work gets done here, but it's me. Like, you know? We're ingrained to see car builders in a certain capacity, and as much as we don't want to believe that it's supposed to be this particular image, people do, you know? And it's like, my mascara has absolutely nothing to do with that skill set, so that's really odd to me, that people are just like really focused on that. And I think if people got rid of that they would see that there's so much talent out there and there's so much potential for people to be really talented and grow in this industry if everyone would just stop making it about everything that isn't about cars. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No. What?
But technically.
Why?
It's meat between bread.
Sandwich doesn't have to be meat. It could be PB&J. I don't think a hot dog is a sandwich. It's a hot dog. It's its own category. I'm going to go no. Hot dog is not a sandwich. That's where I stand.
How do you work on cars with nails?
Why? Okay, will you please hand me a wrench? This question, every time I see it, is so just completely absurd to me. Okay. This is how you hold this. This is how you hold this. This is how you hold it. Da, 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 da. Right? Okay. If I could hold this with my nails and this is how I was working, like, I don't even think I can.
But people forget, like, those nails come in handy. You can strip a gasket off an oil pan with just your nails.
100%. They honestly, like, my nails come in handy so much. And there's a reason I keep them this shape. And it's specifically, like, a little O-ring, done. Gaskets, like, it really, or like holding, just, they're actually really handy. But for any of you that are confused, thinking that this gets in the way, I don't know how you're holding your wrenches and tools, but I hold them the traditional way. And if you guys can send me a video of you using your nails, honestly, I'd be really impressed at that point if you're using your nails to work on cars. So no, the nails don't get in the way because I hold the wrench exactly how you're supposed to.
Do you like emo music?
I do like emo music. I am what the kids today would call an elder emo. I've probably been to more punk and rock and pop punk concerts than a lot of people. Like, you'll see me out there in the mosh pit up front, right at the stage, like in listen, anyone that listens to emo music knows that for some reason there's so many shows in Bakersfield. I don't know what that is, but like when I was in my younger years, we would drive to Bakersfield all the time for shows, like all the time. Rise Against always played out there, like A Day to Remember. You know, if you know, you know.
What can your fans expect to see on this YouTube channel?
Honestly, I don't know. This is one of those things that I feel like everybody else around me has been saying that I should do, and everyone has been asking for it. But I'll be completely honest, guys. I know how to build cars, and I happened to get on TV by a total whim, and I'm used to being on this side of the camera. I don't really know anything else about all the other stuff. So who knows what's going to be on this channel? I think it's obviously going to be a ton of Mustangs because that's what I do. We will show some stuff going on here at the shop because you guys really enjoyed that. Sometimes it will be out at events, SEMA, Barrett-Jackson, stuff like that. I guess I could throw in some other stuff if there's suggestions. You guys want to see like my dogs or the cooking, or I don't know. Open to things people would like to see on the channel. It is a look behind the curtain of Cars by Constance, and we'll try to keep it as PG or PG-13 as possible so that, you know, the younger crowd can also watch. We'll try to keep the language.
We don't need you getting canceled.
Yeah, I don't want to be canceled. I don't think I would get canceled.